A warning to watch out for thin ice after Worcester firefighters rescue 3 teens on a city pond this weekend. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us live with the details. Roslyn?
Olivia, it could have been a lot worse. The teenagers are okay after they were making their way across Cook's Pond on Sunday afternoon when they fell in.
We're encouraging people not to go out onto the ice at all at this point.
3 teenage boys fell through the ice Sunday afternoon on Cook's Pond. Worcester firefighters say they were trying to get to a social club on the island.
They got most of the way over there before the ice gave way, and they ended up going into the water close to the shore of the island.
Deputy Fire Chief John Sullivan says the boys were able to make it to the shore on the island but couldn't get back over.
Of course, very cold and wet at that point, and we're calling for help, and one of the neighbors heard them call and called 911.
Firefighters used their ice rescue equipment and were able to rescue the teenagers. They were taken to the hospital for an evaluation. No one was seriously hurt.
If the neighbor hadn't heard them very quickly, I mean, they were still wet and cold, and, hypothermia, whether you get out of the water or not, if you can't dry off and get warm, it's still going to set in very quickly.
Mandy Harris says her son and his friends play hockey on Cook's Pond, and she tries to educate them on what can happen.
I try to tell them that it takes more than just one cold day for the ice to be thick enough and frozen enough to be on it. There's always the concern of it breaking.
Auburn Fire Chief Stephen Coleman says no ice is safe ice, especially with the warm temperatures we've been having.
That's the worst thing that can happen to ice because, again, as it freezes and thaws and then freezes again, the stability of the ice is compromised.
Chief Coleman and Chief Sullivan both say you should never go out into the ice alone, and if you do fall in, try not to panic and call for help.
You want to try to hold on to the ice shelf if possible. Keep your head, obviously, out of the water, and then tread water as if you were swimming to try to, force yourself, kick, and try to pull yourself up onto the ice shelf.
Now, both chiefs say every body of water is different. The city allows skating on Elm Park and University Park only when the ice is thick enough. Other than that, you're at your own risk on any other bodies of water. Olivia?
All right, Roz.